my name is Emily Traster, and I am here today with Dan Dalton, one of the founding partners of Dalton and Tomich. Dan has helped a number of churches leave the United Methodist denomination and keep their property. How are you doing today, Dan?
Doing great today, Emily. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. So Dan, what are the key 2022 annual conference dates churches should be aware of if they want to leave the denomination this fall?
Well, you've gone through annual conference season in June. Most of you have had your annual conferences, and thank goodness that's over. There's 16 other annual conferences this fall that are going to be specially called just for the purpose of disaffiliation. Some of these, it's August 26th of 2022. Some you'll be able to meet, some you won't. You have until June of 2023 to get through the 2553 process. Those are dates that June 2023 is a date you really should count on, because there's no guarantee there's going to be a fall 2023 conference. So if you want out now and you want to utilize 2553, now's your time. But the 16 conferences that the dates you need to consider are the following. The South Georgia Conference already had theirs. Theirs was last week, August 20th. There was an online annual conference, and they've had their opportunity to meet. The Great Plains Conference is on September 10th. Not a lot of churches are getting out during that time. I think it was set up for originally prior to the annual conference in June 2022, but there is going to be one online on the 10th of September. Central Texas is September 17th. That's going to be a big one. I think there's going to be about 100 or so churches that will leave during that annual conference at Arbor Lawn United Methodist Fort Worth. The Mountain Sky Conference is a 2-day conference, October 21 and 22. I'm not aware of more than a handful of churches that are leaving during that time. It's a little bit of an arduous process. We might be able to work with you between now and then. It's going to be a real tight window, but if you are in the Mountain Sky Conference and you want out, please let us know immediately, and we can help. If you can't get into this window, we can try and at least get you in order for June of 2023. Oklahoma Annual Conference, that'll be another big one on October 21, 22 at Church of the Servant in Oklahoma City. That we are working with a number of churches in Oklahoma, just about have the final disaffiliation agreement done. I'm working with the chancellor of that conference to get that done. We're in a good position right now. We've negotiated a lot of terms that, just like any negotiation, some are more favorable to us than to the conference and vice versa, but it's a tolerable agreement at this point in time. Again, that's one, if you want out in Oklahoma this year, please contact us right away. We'll be able to squeeze you in within the next 2 weeks or so. You have the Alabama West Florida Conference on November 12th. We've got a couple churches there that we're working with. I don't think it'll be a 2-day conference. It seems to me it's just a handful of churches that are looking at that particular conference to leave. Louisiana Conference is also on November 12th. Again, there's just a handful of churches there. There's a number of churches in Louisiana that want out, and they haven't been able to get out. So perhaps there'll be more between now and November 12th, but that is the date. Arkansas, November 19th at the Hot Springs Convention Center. There will be about 65 churches. One of our clients, Jonesboro, First United Methodist, will be getting out during that time. Again, I think there's a narrow window of time. If you want to contact us, we can work with you to get out during that particular period of time. The Dakotas is November 19th. Boy, if you're in Dakota, now's your time to get out. It's a very, very easy, cheap term. I think it's $1 they're charging local churches to leave with their property, plus apportionments and a very low pension number. Indiana is also November 19th. We have a couple churches we're working with them as well. There is a discernment process that they require now. After every annual conference, more and more terms are included. Now they require a discernment process. So in order to meet that discernment process, which includes having your district superintendent attend, some of those at least, start the process now. And again, contact us on that one. North Carolina Conference, as opposed to the Western North Carolina Conference. The North Carolina Conference is also November 19th at Jarvis Memorial in Greenville. We have a couple churches there. Their disaffiliation process is rather straightforward. It's a little counterintuitive, but we can certainly work with you to get through it. They have an online form. If you're in North Carolina in that conference, you fill out a form online. They then send you your number. You then fill in some documents, and then the district superintendent calls for a vote. And my experience has been is if you get through that point, the district superintendent will just have a vote, meaning a meeting with this is the vote. If you get your 2/3, you're done. So at this point in time, they seem to be working with local churches. So again, North Carolina, between now and November 19th is a good opportunity to do that, and we can help you with that. Northwest Texas is December 3rd. There's a whole slew of churches that want out. Whether they will get out is another story, but keep that date on the calendar for you folks in Northwest Texas. Texas Annual Conference is December 3rd. That conference is probably going to crumble. Once the Woodlands and Faithbridge voted out, a number of churches have kind of fallen in line, and they'll leave as well, probably en masse, would be my guess. Kentucky's December 4th. Not a lot of churches in Kentucky are looking to leave. It's a little bit of an onerous process. Not a little bit. It is an onerous process to go through the Kentucky Annual Conference matters, but you can get through it. We can help you with that any time. And North Alabama is December 10th. North Alabama's conference it's not the easiest conference in the world to get through, but you can get through it. We're helping churches there and do that. So there are annual conferences this year where you can get out, and it depends where you're at timing wise. If you contact us and we can get through this with you, we can do this within the next couple of weeks. And now it's Friday, August 26th. So we're talking, the next maybe 3 weeks or 4 weeks for some of them. Otherwise, plan on June of 2023. If you need a little bit more time to get your congregation together, to get your votes, to get people on board, don't push it through this fall. Let's do the hard work and get it done right by June of 2023. But those are your dates, and I would encourage you to keep those dates in mind, and we'll move forward, helping you with these disaffiliations.
If your church is looking to leave the United Methodist denomination and you're interested in hiring Dan to help you through the process, please reach out to our office at 313-859-6000 or email us today. Thank you.